In Morris Maeterlinck's play, The Bluebird, a girl named Myrtle and her brother Tiltul go on a trip to find happiness. They think the bluebird of happiness will be found in other places. Despite their efforts, they cannot find the bluebird anywhere. Disappointed, they return to their home. They were surprised to find the bluebird of happiness right in their house, tweeting briskly. In fact, the bluebird was in their home all along. What does that tell you? Today we all want to be happy, and we would feel happier if we had some purpose in life. However, how people perceive happiness is an interesting scientific question, as well as a matter of practical concern. People tend to assume that there are some necessary conditions for happiness. In the hypothetical formula for happiness, one needs to possess or have access to several different elements, such as education, employment, a romantic partner, and money. In fact, scientific research suggests that there are few elements in human life that are absolutely necessary for someone to become happy. For example, contrary to popular belief, having a lot of money does not lead to happiness. You certainly need to have enough to live comfortably, but beyond that, money cannot buy happiness. Having children does not necessarily lead to more happiness. Marriage, social status, academic success, those elements of life that are often regarded as necessary to advance one's happiness actually have little to do with happiness per se. According to modern researchers, one thing that hamper our happiness is a phenomenon called focusing illusion. People tend to regard certain things in life as necessary for happiness, while in fact, they aren't. The term focusing illusion comes from the idea that you can be focused on a particular aspect of life, so much so that you can believe that your whole happiness depends on it. Some have the focusing illusion on, say, marriage as a prerequisite condition for happiness. In that case, they will feel unhappy so long as they remain single. Some will complain that they cannot be happy because they don't have enough money, while others will be convinced they are unhappy because they don't have a proper job. In having a focusing illusion, you create your own reason for feeling unhappy. If unhappiness is a vacuum in which the required element is absent, that vacuum is created by the biased imagination of the subject. We have to understand, there is no absolute formula for happiness. Each unique condition of life can serve as the foundation for happiness in its own unique way. You can be happy when married with children, or when married without children. You can be happy when you are single, without a college degree, or with one. You can be happy when you are slim. You can be happy when you are overweight. You can be happy when living in a warm climate, as in California. You can be happy when living in Montana, where you have severe winter conditions. In order to be happy, you need to accept yourself. Accepting yourself is one of the most important and yet difficult tasks we face in our lives. Indeed, accepting oneself is one of the easiest, simplest, and most rewarding things you could do for yourself. A low-budget, maintenance-free formula for being happy. Needless to say, enjoying hobbies in a big way is in a sense an example of joy of small things. People enjoy a sense of achievement in seeing a task through to completion. To the extent that particular activity produces something of worth, it seems that the enjoyment of that end product is in the satisfaction of having done something. For example, eating your own homegrown vegetables. Satisfaction comes from creating something from start to finish, where people take pleasure and satisfaction in both the process and the result. An incredible number of people are actively producing their own manga, selling them in the comiket, short for comic market, on the weekends. In fact, participation in a comiket can be regarded as a prime example of happiness. The epiphany here is that paradoxically, accepting oneself as one often involves releasing yourself, especially when there is an illusory self, which you hold to be desirable. You need to let go of the illusory self in order to accept yourself and be happy. In 1996, researchers in Italy reported a major discovery in neuroscience. While examining a monkey's brain, they accidentally discovered that its neurons became active when the monkey was doing something. The same set of neurons also became active when the monkey observed others do the same action. Neurons with such properties were consequently named mirror neurons. Mirror neurons have been discovered in human brains too. Today, it is thought these neurons are involved in various aspects of communication, including mind reading, where we make estimations of other people's minds. Mirror neurons are considered to be essential when we make comparisons between ourselves and others, a step considered necessary in order to realize what kind of people we ourselves are. The mirrors in your bathroom reflect your physical appearance. In order to appreciate your own personality, however, you need to have those of others to reflect yourself. Only through realizing the similarities and differences between yourself and others can you come to a realistic appraisal of your character. The same was true for Meitel and Tiltil. Only after traveling in the wide world and comparing themselves to others did they come to realize the actual nature of themselves. Only then could they accept themselves as they truly were. The fable of the blue bird of happiness tells us that we can find our happiness within the unique condition of each of us. The grass might look greener on the other side, but that is only an illusion. Understanding what we are looking for, nowhere else but in ourselves, is the truest form of happiness. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more empowering content. Thanks for watching.